So every stitch, every little bit of energy in all 1,800 were stitched with the intention and the energy to acknowledge the murdered and missing women. That's a really powerful statement in itself. But more than that, this art installation is visiting over 25 communities, just like Saskatoon, who are putting together committees to fundraise. So many people like you who come out and support these events, because all of the monies that are raised do not come from the government. They don't come from outside funding. It's a project for the people, by the people. And that's what makes it so powerful.
And myself is here. Myself is here. So the way it's organized is that each community comes together and they select their Grandmother's Council. And the Grandmother's Council are the ones that actually determine what the protocols are going to be in relation to the ceremonies and the traditions of the local community. And the Grandmother's Council is supported by the keepers. And it's the keepers' job to ensure that the grandmother's work is done. It's the keeper's job to ensure that the protocols are followed in relation to handling the ceremonial items. And it's the keeper's job, one of the ladies told us, it's kind of like female whip men, to make sure that the respectful processes are adhered to.
The Red Dress Project is also a project that is dealing with missing and murdered Indigenous women and trying to draw attention to that issue. So I hope that I'm really happy to be here and happy to see all of you guys supporting the Walking with Our Sisters initiative, and I hope that the Red Dress Project can bring some people together, and the people that are here tonight will, and that notice the Red Dress Project, can also be involved in the Walking with Our Sisters project.
And he said, Amanda, how does that song go? And I'm no singer, but I like attention. So I said, well, Curtis, Petey Toos, it goes something like this. Amanda, light up my life, fate should have made you a gentleman's wife. And he's like, really? Well, sorry, what was it? How was that again? And I should have known he was setting me up. But I didn't, because I'm innocent and sweet. And I said, well, Curtis, it goes like this. Amanda, light up my life. And he jumped in and he goes, God should have made you a little less white.
Have you guys heard of Are You There, God? It's Me, Margaret by Judy Blume? One of my favorite books that I read in 5th grade. And I remember just being like, oh, someday I'm going to be a woman, it's going to be great. And then that's when my chest started to hurt. And then it's like, I don't know if you guys remember it, but it's like, something's happening, and you talk to your friends about it, and your friends are like, oh my god, me too, it's happening to me too, what is this?
When I close my eyes, I think of my dad's letters, and how I couldn't read them, and how special they still were. I think of the fall's waves, and how they crunched beneath my feet, while we played hide-and-go-seek with Dave and Tyrell by the water tower. The D-boys and their forks at the soup kitchen, how we laughed and raced to the soup kitchen. It used to be cool to be poor, stealing sugar tubes from the store and singing out front while the boys drummed on the floorboards. When we spun in a circle and kissed the person we seen first. I swear I never cheated, it was coincidence. Tyrell was always that dude.
like to live back in the day, before colonization, before the reservation, before residential school, before kids were cool. Back in the day, before this epidemic of suicide, of a very quiet genocide. Explain the difference between murder and homicide when you tell parents that this is how their children have died. It's in the past, they say, just let it slide. Well, okay. Let me talk about today. Today we get a free ride. If we're lucky, to the jails, if we're not, to the grave. It was not my ancestors' tongue that I gave, nor was it their stories that I sold. We did not trade our medicines for gold. We did not trade our ceremonies for bar stools. We did not turn our warriors into fools. And although taking away our babies was wrong, I'm not here to blame anyone because I've been doing that for too long, and it just gives me an excuse to prolong the work that needs to be done to ensure that my people live on. Which is why I must talk about murder and homicide. Yeah, we get a free ride from our stolen sisters to our frozen brothers going on starlight tours. Yeah, they got a free ride. And if they're lucky, they get a grave, and if they're not, they get garbage dump piles in city sewers. A system that uses excuses like drunks and whores to justify their racist agendas. It's in the past, they say, just let it slide, but how can I hide from this voice that's inside telling me that we were once warriors, a people of pride? Stripped of our glory, erased from the story, just let it slide? It's in the past. I heard once somewhere that pain doesn't last. Let me talk about today. Today, we woke up. And everybody's got to sleep, and everybody's got to fall, and everybody's got to bleed. Nobody's got it all. But what matters in the end is we remember who we are. We acknowledge our scars, we honor our tears, we persevere. Because our strength is our resilience within our culture holds beauty and brilliance, and despite every attempt to kill the Indian, save the man, still we stand. So my friends, if you are afraid of the end, ask us, we'll give you some tips, because we just survived the Native American apocalypse. Their intent was extinction, but you can still find us in the library under nonfiction, or you can find us here on campuses and on stages, resurrecting words from the pages. Thank you.
About how we need to focus on the shift that's happening in our communities, the shift that's happening right here, the shift that's happening all over the world. We're seeing some good things happen. We're seeing some good things, people doing good things. More political, systemically set up to be a criminal. Those are all race stuck in my subliminal. The only ways I capture race through the instrumentals in the event of a mental warfare. Giving it opportunities, unlimited potential. So I use what I got, what I'm taught, what I'm not. Combine the ingredients and throw them in the pot. Nothing won't touch, cause it's hot. the shift. You are the shift. Be the shift. This is the shift. I am the shift. You are the shift. Who's with me now? Be the shift. This is the shift. Like people speaking up because they give a shift. What about Island Memorial? I don't know where people drummed and danced to before. Wouldn't even go there. Are the missing and murdered sisters marches? All cities represented and all nations walking. Are the homemade DJ Indian calling out the Redskins sports teams changing up their names for the veteran? We can't forget about the hipster headrest, speedwork and travel print. Our sacred items blatantly appropriate and true entitlement. We talk back and move forward while we have the words. The social art, the music, the literature, the social media for sure. The people being fearless, risking their own lives. Family and community support, but don't give up the fight. Let's see past the dysfunction and shame. Be a part of the shift, because it's happening either way. I want you to say it with me now. If you are a part of the shift, if you exist today, and you're sitting here right now, then you are. Say it with me now. We are the shift. 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 Boom.
Every time there's women involved, I pull out this quote. A nation is not conquered until the hearts of its women are on the ground, and our hearts are not on the ground.